Hi. It's been a while. I've been working on a lot of things, mostly my life. Really, I've been working on my room a lot, so things have been kind of crazy lately. And it's a new year, new me, right? Well, at least it's a new room. I'm currently renovating my room, and I just want to show you guys a little bit around and kind of get to talk to you guys, because it's been a while since I've done something like face-to-face in a while. Been trying to post some banger videos, and in doing so, I've kind of neglected on just having more fun and being more candid with stuff. So, but as you can see, my room is still under construction. I have quite a bit of things to do here, but so far it's been awesome. And the main reason I kind of was renovating my room was I kind of fell into some depressive states of mind after losing my job, which I don't want to revisit this. We are back and we are thriving again. And my bed is no longer on the floor. It is in the sky. We're playing Skyblocks, guys. So now we have stairs that lead up, which are unpainted and beautiful, and just so happen to have baskets full of what dreams are made of, i.e. the fact that I have too many t-shirts is insane. And ironically, my last name is Shirts, so you know, who cares? I have a weighted blanket up here actually because it helps it not fall to the side, because I have neglected to also adhere the wall that's going to be underneath the loft. There's a lot going on here. I've been working on a lot of things, trying to figure out where everything goes, and also using more tools, so that's been really cool. And yeah, this is my bedroom, and I'm pretty dang happy with it. Lots of cool features that I'll probably go over in future videos. But yeah, this is my new desk, filled with all sorts of random crap right now, and not very organized. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. This is my new setup for editing and things, and of course I'm starting to get back into Minecraft. It's that time of year again, guys. It's that season. But I have these IKEA drawers that are holding up this big solid wood desk. I got them both from IKEA. The desktop was a little bit more pricier, but hey, like, I wanted something that wasn't gonna be garbage and that could withstand the weight of 2 monitors because it's quite a bit of weight. I have a lot of cool accessories that I also did another video for. If future me is feeling ambitious, I'll link up here in the corner. I'm loving it so far. It's been great. It's been fun to kind of play around with cable management. There's also a dog bed under here. But yeah, we're gonna get this all fine-tuned eventually. As of right now, I'm just trying to focus on catching up on all the things that I have not been doing lately. Wedding videos and photography that I've done lately that I was very ambitious last year and started doing. If you haven't known about that, I started up my own business, really getting some gigs with some friends and family, doing some weddings for them and some photography as well. But I have this commitment issue, which is definitely a recurring theme. I tend to be very ambitious and my intentions are great, but I lack the ability to see something through to the end, which is kind of something that happens a lot when it comes to making YouTube videos for this channel. I overthink things a lot, and that's fine. A lot of YouTubers do that, and I'm no stranger to any of that, but that's okay because I'm trying and I am catching up, so that's been really good. And I've felt a lot less stress in my life because I've been catching up, fulfilling my promises. That's one of my big commitments to myself, which is ironic because I have a hard time fulfilling my commitments. Commitment to myself is to be more committed. But yeah, overall, I am very happy with this bedroom. I'm going to be spending some of tonight cleaning, trying to get things organized. We did not indeed clean up any of the room. I ended up editing this video till 2 in the morning, so. But yeah, I have a lot of cool ideas for this loft, under the loft section of my bedroom that my dad helped me build. Yeah, I haven't really done anything here just yet, except maybe film a talking headshot for my product review video. The lighting under here is really nice because you got all of these LED lights everywhere that I plugged in, and they're connected to a plug that is connected to a light switch over here, so it's perfect. And as you can see, I have them so nicely marked, which is ironic because I have a label maker, but we'll get to that eventually. Yeah, under here I have a lot of cool ideas. I have a whole other place I can start live streaming from. I'll be able to live stream from my desk, and then I can switch over here and have this other camera too, which is really great camera. Little webcam that I can use that's high quality, and I can move this around however I want. And I also have another crappy webcam for a top-down view, and some lighting set up here. and I'll be able to do some top-down shots of doing crafts or whatever I feel like doing. So that'll be pretty sick. This is also for a future video, so yeah, look for that later whenever I end up making that, but that's gonna be a cursed video for sure. And yeah, I just have these cool IKEA cabinets up here. Trying to make everything feel organized. Although I'm very chaotic and I have a lot of things, I am trying my best to keep things at a minimal, organized manner, and also try and implement a lot of different plants, keeping things like a minimal aesthetic with some cool plants and wood texture stuff. Overall, really cool stuff. I've been really enjoying my bed up here, actually. The reason that I put my bed up here is because of mental health issues, right? When it comes to making videos and spending a lot of time in your room at your computer desk, it's profitable to have a place to sleep where you're not working and work where you're not sleeping. And when I took time off from between jobs to work on YouTube full time and, you know, photography, wedding videos and things like that, which I didn't do too well at, we might get that to later in my podcast, which if you're not subscribed to the podcast, link will be below, and you can go check it out. I'm out of breath just climbing up here, sorry. But anyways, I was feeling that because I would literally step 2 steps away from my bed and I would sit at my desk, and that's where I work for pretty much all day, or get myself distracted by doing other things on my computer. And so having this space up here is way better because, for one, I don't even see my bed during the day half the time. I forget it's up here. When it is time for bed and you look around, you know, what do you see? Well, I mean, you can kind of see the desk and stuff, but from my exact perspective, things kind of look like this, a little locked off. You can't really see much of the room except for the ceiling, which I can touch easily. I have some shelving in here. I have some lights that you can turn on which aren't plugged in, but they're from IKEA, so you can tap them on and stuff. But from up here, you can't really see the bedroom. So it makes it really convenient because out of sight, out of mind. And so when I am in my bed, I am in bed. I am not at my desk. And when I'm at my desk, I'm not in my bed. So it works out really well, and it makes it feel like a completely different space, although it's the same exact space. It's a weird psychological thing, but it's very effective, I've found. And I finally have gotten matching sheets to my bed, even though I don't make my bed. They are matching sheets, and that's all I care about. It makes me feel like an adult. But yeah, overall, really good. I sleep with a lot of pillows. I have a lot of body pillows, and it's just very cozy. But yeah, overall, I'm really liking how things are turning out, even though nothing's organized and I still have a ton of crap to either throw out or put in storage. But really cool stuff. I also put some rugs up here from IKEA that I'm using as soundboard panels to help diffuse the sound echoes in here, so that way I can film things, stream, and not have the audio be terrible. So that's pretty cool. I also had to replace this fan because heaven knows having an actual bladed fan swinging around just inches above your toes and head is not a good idea. So we replaced it with this one. I just found it on Amazon for probably like $100 or something like that. It's done pretty well. It has a remote too, and it is daylight, which is a big thing to me. I like having matching light colors. It's really nice, especially daylight. Before it was like a yellow light and it was horrible. My whole bedroom was like freaking neon green. It was actually horrible. But besides that, that's pretty much the room, and I got a couple of chores to do to try to clean this thing up. So let's go do that and feel some satisfaction doing that. So the last few days, I've been able to get a lot done, which has been great, but I'm trying to figure out how to replicate that because there's a lot of stuff I need to do, and in order to achieve a lot of the goals that I have this year, I'm gonna need to figure out how to hone in on getting things done gene, which is very dormant in my life, my genetic code at the moment. And one of the things I'm seeing on TikTok, which is kind of ironic because when you're watching TikTok, a lot of the stuff you're like, oh, that's so funny, it's so relatable. It's like hashtag ADHD, hashtag, you know, whatever, like mental disorder thing, and it's concerning. But at the same time, like me and my friend have talked about it, and we both are just convinced that we both have ADHD in different levels, and we're able to hyperfixate on something, but it's hard to get everything done, right? And when it comes to tasks, you know how like, and when you finish a task, normally, like they say, you're supposed to get the serotonin, and it's supposed to like help you feel good and accomplish for what you did. But really, for people like me, it feels more like a task. Again, I don't know if I have ADHD. I probably do in some ways. I'm just speculating here. Definitely nothing extreme, but you know, as an artist, I think a lot of us kind of struggle with that because we're very creative minded. And for me, having a task to do is a burden. And you know, even if it's something that I really like, and once that's done, I feel such relief. I don't feel like happy or like whatever. I do sometimes, but it's like more of like a release of like, oh, I'm so glad I got that done. It's out of my hair. I don't have to worry about it anymore. And you know, for YouTube videos and stuff like that, when it's something that I really want to do, it's, you know, a little bit different. It's more of like a passion project. And when I finish something, I'm like really happy that it's done. And I feel really accomplished. But most of the time when it comes to things that I can commit to, at first I'm very excited and enthusiastic about it. But then when it comes time to get things done at a reasonable rate, I am nowhere to be found. So that's something that I'm trying to work on personally, is to just get things done. And I think the last few days, I don't know, I've kind of learned just like, it kind of sucks, but you just have to do it. Not that I've been really great at it, but you know, I had like a really good day of getting things done, cleaning up my bedroom a little bit more and finishing work up. But overall, I just fold these towels, and that feels pretty good. And that's a minimal task, but it feels pretty good. So we're working on it. Yeah. Wow, wasn't that just lovely? Did that tickle your fancy for cool transitions and editing effects? It did for me. Also, can I just say how useful it has been to organize my room? All these little tools have come in handy for little things, and it's felt very satisfying to actually be like, hey, I actually know where that is, and not be at a loss for where any of my tools are existing. And I think overall, I've been feeling a lot better in this space than I used to. I used to be so focused on like what I was doing on my computer that I tried to forget that my room isn't looking the way that I dream it would. This is something I explained in the first redesigning this whole bedroom space video that I did. You know, living at home, it's kind of hard because you feel like you kind of don't have a lot of control over much of what's happening in your life. It's been really nice to be able to kind of take control of my life and kind of realize, hey, like I don't have to live like this. If I don't want to, I can change it. You know, again, that came with some financial decisions I had to make, which were, you know, spending money to renovate this whole bedroom, but it has been so worth it. And I think if you're feeling stuck at all in your own life, I think just doing anything to the space that you are in the most, especially a bedroom or something like that, that you essentially own, is really helpful and beneficial to your mental health. And I think for me, there's a lot of things that I did to kind of get out of my state of mind that I was at, where I had basically gotten the job of my dreams, aside from, you know, this channel being like my actual career one day, hopefully. After losing that job, I kind of felt like you know, what's next? Like there's no other job that I'm going to enjoy doing besides my own thing. And, you know, that was the closest thing that I could do that was going to make me the most happy, which was working for another YouTuber, which is amazing. And I learned a ton from that job. And just going forward, it kind of just made me realize how much I really wanted this career choice that I'm choosing. And I think I just was realizing that I was so focused on all of the external rewards when it comes to YouTube, trying to check, you know, even though I don't get a lot, it was views, subscribers, everything. And I was just kind of like too much into that headspace where I was looking for external rewards and the potential of, you know, receiving financial, monetary income from this eventually. And I kind of missed the mark on why I liked making videos, which I think everyone comes to. Every YouTuber makes a type of video like that. I've made videos like that where I'm like, I'm done making things the way I've done them before, and I'm too focused on views and analytics. And you know, I think I really came to a head recently where I just want to make stuff because I like doing it. Yes, there's always a strategic thought process behind why I make the videos the way that I do and how I make them, or what videos I make. But at the same time, I need to enjoy doing it because if it's truly what I want to do, if I don't enjoy it, there's no point in pursuing it, because then it's just like any other job. I have to be passionate about it, and I've realized I am very passionate about it. I have moments where I get very inspired, and I'll make videos. I'll make a short video, and I'll post it, and I feel super accomplished, and it's the greatest feeling ever. And that feeling never goes away every time that I do it, no matter how many times I make a video or make art or anything. I've just been sorting out my life, renovating in many different aspects of my life. Getting lemons out of lemonade, you know what I mean? Like, if life gives you lemons, you make the lemonade. And yeah, so for me, I feel like I've kind of reached a point where I kind of realize I've been doing things and thinking things in the wrong way, and I really want to fix that. And so I'm really excited this year to, work on, just making my podcast, just making things happen without overthinking them. They don't have to be perfect. I always focus on production quality and all these things that are important, but at the end of the day, it's more important that I make something than it be perfect, and nothing is perfect because we're all human. So I think that's one of the big things I'm gonna work on this year, is just getting stuff done regardless of how I really feel about them. There's so much to do, guys. I've barely scratched the surface. And it's funny too, because going back to the whole commitment thing, there are so many projects that are just laying around my room that remind me of how I was so gung-ho about something and then stopped for no reason. Like for instance, I was crocheting an entire sweater and I stopped. Why? Why do I do this? I bought the yarn, I bought the cool little crochet hooks, and then I stopped after one panel. And it's a good looking sweater. I think I was doing a pretty good job. So we're gonna try not doing that and just following through with what I want to do. Even if I don't continue doing those things or those crafts, I at least see it through to the end of the project and then closure. So I would love to hear your goals this year. What are your plans? What are you specifically doing? And what are you gonna do to get to those goals? I'm still trying to figure those goals out myself and how to attain those goals. But for now, I'm just focusing on just general principal goals that I have this year to follow, like pillars, and I will figure the rest as I go, because sometimes if I overplan something or set too many goals, I tend to just drop everything, just like I do with a lot of projects. I kind of set high standards for myself, and then when I don't attain them in a relatively short amount of time, then I just completely drop everything. But I'm going to be focusing on trying to just make more fun content, be more relaxed, have more fun, make really cool epic stuff like I want to, like I have been. I'm really hoping to grow the YouTube channel here and to be able to share more about my journey with you guys as I'm trying to pursue all of this. I actually am starting a new job this week, so that'll be pretty interesting. So you might hear about that later on during streams or during other videos. So yeah, I'm working on commitment and just following through. But that is it, guys. I am now a professional vlogger, and I will be receiving my certificate in the mail for professional vlogger status, and I will catch you in the next episode of whatever this channel is. Peace. Vlogging is kind of hard. I have to do all these different shots. Not that it's hard, but it requires mental power, which I don't have a lot of these days.